Hey, you guys, and welcome. Congrats on purchasing the Sales Framework ebook that is totally going to set you up for success when it comes to finally hitting 5 and 6 figures in your business. Okay. This is a framework that is going to allow you to automate your business and make sales on autopilot. And I'm going to completely walk you through it so you made a good purchase today because it's going to render you a lot of sales if you do the things that are implemented in this ebook. Now, what I will say is take this ebook one day at a time and do the steps, and it will work for you. Okay. I'm going to walk you through it. And if you need additional help, we can talk about that in the end.
Give me room, I'm an elephant. When it's beef, I just settle it evident. You only cool when you halibut, look, but don't touch. I should just be celibate. With the type to sell out me. I'm trying to sell a bit relevant. I should run for president. Anything's possible.
All right, so the sales framework, the S stands for setting the foundation. You want to make sure you set the foundation so that you are prepared in order to know who your ideal customer avatar is and what it is that you're offering in your business. Now, here's a little tip that no one really focuses on, but you want to be able to create what it is that people need. So when you know what the pain points are and where your ideal customer or client is struggling with, then you want to create the product or the solution to that, right? Oftentimes we create products all because we're an expert at what it is that we do, and then we do the reverse. We turn around and we beg people to purchase. That is not how it is done. All right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share how I have built out my ideal customer persona or avatar, and feel free to mimic this. And yes, you can absolutely use ChatGPT in order to do it. Do not let people shame you about using ChatGPT. It works really, really well and can help you out. All right. So with your ideal customer profile, I'm an ideal client profile, you also want to consider that sometimes that ideal client is you. For example, I am that mom that is struggling because I am working. I'm a mom. I, have a boyfriend. I hang out with my mom. Like we have so much going on, but I also go to work and I have to focus on my business. And I'm also in school trying to get my master's degree, and I'm trying to be successful. Okay. So I am my own ideal customer and client. So if that's you, write out all the struggles and pain points you have. Okay. And it might help you as well. So first, you want to know, who are these people? All right. For me, I put that is a professional corporate 9 to 5 woman who doesn't have time to run their business, entrepreneurs, mompreneurs, and business owners. Who are the people that you want to serve? What is their industry currently? Okay. Are they business owners? All right. You don't want it to be too broad and you don't want it to be too small. Now, I made the mistake of doing business startups as my ideal client profile at one point. Well, we all know business startups don't have too much money to invest sometimes. All right. So you want to really consider who that ideal client profile is. Then you want to think about what their biggest pain points are. Now, again, if that's you, that's an easy fix. What do you struggle with? Okay. Biggest pain points I have are time constraints, lack of sales systems, overwhelmed by social media and text, fear of showing up on camera, content creation and stress, a lack of passive income and automation, low engagement and struggling with marketing and lead generation. From this, and again, I'm going to show you how to do this in ChatGPT. From these big pain points, okay, I am able to now say, let me create digital products from these things. Okay, time constraints. What are the products that I can use to save people time when it comes to content creation? Lack of a sales system. What are the products that I can create that can teach them how to create a sales system? Overwhelmed by social media and tech. What are the simplest ways that they can use tech to where they don't have to pay and use complex systems, right? Again, this is going to be the setup for the digital products that you want to create, right? And then you have to think about, what is their dream solution? What is it that they actually want? And it can't be broad like sales. Why do they want sales? Why do they want more money? Why do they want financial freedom? Are they struggling with bills? Are they trying to, make sure that there's a safety net in case they get fired? Like, what is that end goal that is the real solution to the problem? If you don't know what that is, go ahead and interview your ideal customer and client and keep asking why. When you ask why, like a toddler does, why? Because this, and this. Why? Oh, because this, and this. You get deeper and deeper and deeper into what it is that they actually want. And once you find out what it is that they actually want, that can be your item that you sell as well. Now, if you were to go into ChatGPT, all right, I'm going to make straight to the screen. And if you've been using ChatGPT for a while, it's great because it memorizes your whole business and what it is that you serve and who you help, right? If you type in here, and if you have the one-click prompts, it helps as well. You can if you have the one-click prompts, you go straight to buyer persona. And it'll pull up this legend of a buyer persona. It'll then ask you, what is it that you do for your business? Okay. So I have put in here, I'm a marketing expert and help business owners make sales on social media, et cetera, et cetera. You just type in what it is that you do, run the prompt, and it is going to give you a direct direct description of who your buyer persona is. Now, when it gives you the direct description of who your buyer persona is and who your ideal customer client is and all of the information, I don't want you to just take that and run with it. I want you to go locate these people, find these people, and interview these people. All right. So that you can find out if this is a valid concern and this is actually what's going on in their business. I am a marketing expert. Type in what it is that you do and what it is that you help with as well. Expert who help busy corporate women to make sales on autopilot by way of social media. Please build me out a buyer persona slash ideal client avatar. Okay. And it's as simple as that. And again, you can use what I've put in the video. All right. All right, as you can see, it is now building out your buyer persona. It even gives her a name and all kinds of things. Jasmine the Juggler, Jasmine Taylor, 32 to 45, profession, income, location, education, relationship status, and lifestyle. Psychographics, what her primary goal is, her biggest frustration, her core belief, motivational triggers, and the pain points by way of quotation. I don't have time to be on social media all day. I have a good job, but I'm unfulfilled. I've bought courses before and I did not finish them. This is sound like a lot of y'all. Dream outcomes, social media behavior. Here they even give you the platforms that you should be on as well. Okay, and then the buyer behavior. Will buy low ticket if it promises a time saving or automation. Needs to see herself in your content and buy mid to high ticket offers. Message that converts. You don't need more time. You need a system that works. Let your content sell while you run your meetings, et cetera, et cetera. So all of this is your ideal customer persona, and you didn't even have to think about it, you guys. So take this, go interview some people, make sure that it actually works. Now, ChatGPT has this awesome thing now where it says try deep research or a detailed report. So let's try that out and see what comes of it as well. So I think that's pretty neat. So let's see what the deep research will get for us. Now, with that being said, your action steps for that is make sure you write this down or put this inside of a Google Doc because you'll need to use it for later. Okay. All right, so the deep research part is where it's going to ask you more questions and dive into that. All right, so we're not going to worry about that, right? All right, so the next thing that you want to do after you've identified your ideal customer and client persona is you want to make sure you want to audit your own content that you're currently doing, okay? See where you are right now. Now, if you have not built out your Instagram account or your TikTok or your Facebook or whatever it is, you want to really start creating content that is going to align with your ideal customer and client's pain points. Now, here's the cool thing, okay? If you didn't know, on ChatGPT, you can take that Google Doc and you can upload it back into ChatGPT and ask it to create content for you, okay? So this is what that looks like. All right, I'm going to say based on my, or you can keep it in the same thread. You can upload it by clicking the plus button and adding and uploading a file, which is your ideal customer and client, or you can use that same thread and say based on my client's pain points. Sorry, I have nails, you guys. Give me 10 content ideas that build the know, like, and trust factor. Okay, because right now we want to make sure that we get people that knows, likes, and trust us, and you really have to get the content going. Now, the key to auditing your content and making sure that it works is to make sure that little green number on your content continues to go up. All right, and it shows that you're getting new reach every single time. The fastest way to do this is to use, yes, Instagram reels, and I'm not going to go into how to use Instagram reels, but you can use B-roll for this. You can use carousel posts for this. There's a ton of different ways you can do this without stressing yourself out. All right. But you want to make sure that you start producing the content. Find someone that is already doing the work. Now, I don't want to do deep research, and I think that's why it's taking so long. So let me make sure in-depth search is off. I do not want like deep research, okay? So let's start from here again. And it already knows me, you guys, so it's already gonna pop some stuff in there. Okay. So no, like, help them realize you get their struggle. When no one tells you about running 9 to 5 business, you don't need to post 3 times a day. So it's basically giving you the content. Now, after you have posted these, go back and check your Instagram account in your profile dashboard and see if you are progressing in the flow or the reach or anything like that. Make sure the content is working. All right. Again, I'm not going to teach you how to use Instagram and stuff like that. What I will say, something as small as using reels and consistency will really start to get the traffic rolling for you. Okay. So you want to make sure that you do that. All right. So outside of that, you guys, once you've audited your content to make sure that things are working for you, you want to make sure what the product is, okay? What is the low ticket item that you are going to create, and what is the final high ticket item that you're going to create. Now, if you just want to sell digital products, then you can create a bunch of digital products based off of the pain points and then push the content to that digital product. Now, if you have a higher ticket item, all right, which I'm going to show you about a little bit later, like for example, I had the VIP group coaching program. I want to make sure that that low ticket product, right, that digital download is going to align with the big ticket item. So for example, what you guys have here now, I'm selling the sales framework ebook with this information in this course because it is going to lead you into my group coaching program where I'm going to walk you through, and it's over 50 modules of pre-recorded content and video that's going to show you step by step how to set all of this up and how to design this for your business. Okay. So this is actually going to lead you through a funnel to get you into the group coaching program. So you need to think of a high ticket item that's going to help your ideal customer client, and then break it down into your low ticket items, and you're going to go through the funnel. So action steps for you is to write down who your audience is and what they're struggling with. And the second thing is to define a clear outcome for your product and service with promises so that they know exactly what it is that they're going to get. All right, you guys, I'll see you in the next lesson.